And we're back on TexAgs Live, presented by David Gardner's Jewelers, Rollo Insurance Studios. Time for Around the Association. Got Scott Walker, class of 90, Vice President of the Association of Former Students. Hello, sir.
Hey, brother.
How are you been?
I am great.
Yeah. And Libby Ogburn, class of 26, External Relations Coordinator for Student Muster Committee. Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm well. So hold on. You're from where?
I'm from Missouri.
But your family?
But the fam is a family of Aggies from Dallas, Texas. And so here I am back.
Awesome. That's great to hear. I want to get into that a little bit more. We've got a busy week coming up. Every year we discuss it here, but let's talk about Worldwide Muster Roll Call coming up.
Absolutely. It is muster season. I always say the thing that makes Texas A&M so special is our traditions and our values. And I think the greatest tradition and the greatest expression of our values is Aggie Muster. It is unlike anything anywhere else in the world. Nobody does anything like this. And a few years ago, actually more than a few now, back in 2017, we decided to do a deep dive on all things related to Aggie Muster with two goals in mind. One was to ensure that the tradition not only survives, but thrives and strengthens. As the university grew, it was important to us to take steps to ensure that the muster tradition remains as strong as it has always been. And the other thing was we wanted to be sure that the central premise of muster holds true, which is that every Aggie's name will be called when they pass. It's the one tradition, no matter how much of a 2%er you are, it is the one tradition that everybody's going to participate in, because the day is going to come when your name's on the list and someone's going to call it and someone's going to say here. And what we discovered was that the Aggie network has gotten so large and so spread out. There are 600,000 former students of Texas A&M. 550,000 of those are still alive, which is crazy to think about. And we're losing 2,000 a year at this point. It was impossible to be sure that every name was being called every year. The only way we could be 100% certain of that was to call them ourselves. And so we created the Worldwide Muster Roll Call, and every year on April 21st, starting at sunrise in College Station, that's 6:51 in the morning this year, we bring in volunteers and we call the roll, every single name on the roll. This year, we're already at 2,270 names. It takes hours, takes a lot of volunteers. We stream this live. You can watch it or you can listen to it. We broadcast it through speakers out to campus. And it's a really cool thing. And it is, it's a lot of work on our team, but we have a lot of volunteers that we bring in to help us. But it is important that we uphold that central premise, which is that every name will be called.
You can check it out at tx.ag/musterlive. And also anyone can leave some reflections, correct?
Sure. At that website, you can, if one of your loved ones is on the list this year, you can upload photos and leave your memories. It's similar to the Muster Reflections display that has, for many years, accompanied the campus muster. That they used to do it in the MSC. Is it in the hotel now?
It's in the MSC.
It's in the MSC.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah.
Libby, talk to me a little bit about your role and some of your events happening.
Yeah. So I'm serving as External Relations this year, which has been a really rewarding experience. But the entire muster committee is made up of 34 individuals plus our advisor. And we are all college students and we are all volunteering our time because we truly just believe in the tradition of muster. And so we've been working on this all year and are really excited to see it all come to fruition through the volunteering of so many people. And just really the tradition is so neat. And so we're excited to see that happen on Monday. But kind of the rundown of what it will look like on the campus side is it will start the morning of the 21st in Academic Plaza with the flag raising ceremony, which you mentioned. But that will start at 6:51 with sunrise. And that's kind of just a way for us to start the commencement of muster and really just honor the reunion class of 1975. The entire corps will be out there. The entire muster committee will be out there. And any students who want to participate, anybody from the community, it's just going to be a great time to start to prepare our hearts in a way to honor our honorees that night. And so that will be at 651 Academic Plaza. And then following that, I recommend everybody head south across campus to the Memorial Student Center, which is where we have this entire week been hosting our reflections display. And it opened on Monday, and it will stay open until the afternoon of the 21st at noon. And so head over there before noon to see that. And the reflections display is something that we hold every year, and it is really just another way to make the honorees a priority in their families. And the families bring memorabilia, artifacts of their loved one's life, and set it up in a display in the flag room. And so this is just an opportunity for current students to come and connect on an intimate level with the families and just really understand the magnitude of what we're doing at Muster during the ceremony. And so I highly, highly recommend going, checking out some of the displays, speaking to some of the families, speaking to committee, and just really understanding the history and the tradition and the why of what we're doing. Directly following that, on the day of the 21st, we will have our camaraderie barbecue on the grand lawn of Aggie Park. And so this will be from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And it is really just a way for us to invite the reunion class of 1975 back to campus and just honor the fact that they're all back. It's a really, really neat way for current students to connect to OLAGs, and it's a time of camaraderie and a time of good bowl to just talk about their time at A&M and what that looked like compared to what it looks like to be a student today, and kind of how that compares and contrasts. And you always end up hearing just the most amazing stories about their time. I actually had the opportunity to serve as a muster host last year. And so I spent time at the barbecue and got into some amazing conversations with some OLAGs and got to hear their story. And it's cool to see where they go post-grad, and then having a family of their own, and then raising Aggies, and then it's just a really neat experience. So I recommend that will be 11 to 1 p.m. and we will have the Yell leaders there. Reveille will be there for photos, the fish drill team, and then the Parsons Mounted Cavalry Cannon will be there for photos as well. So that'll just be a really amazing time of Good Bowl. And then following that, we will have the campus muster. This starts the doors open at 5 p.m. In Reed Arena on campus, and the ceremony starts at 7 p.m. And seating is first come, first serve. So I recommend getting there as early as possible. Don't want to miss anything. But this is just going to be a really amazing time to honor the Aggies that we have lost in the last year. And I'm super excited. It's going to be great.
You know what I'm blown away by? She didn't look at her script once. She just went on a 7. She could take my job right now. Randy, you always pick the good ones here. Let's talk about the other musters that are happening, because I know there's a list of others. So if you can't come out to campus, there's some other opportunities.
Sure. So campus muster is an Aggie Muster. Worldwide muster roll call is an Aggie Muster. But Aggie Muster is truly worldwide. Wherever there are Aggies, there are Aggie Musters. This year, we've got so far 272 around the world that have registered at aggienetwork.com. There are always some unofficial musters that happen that we don't know about. So all it takes is 2 people.
Yeah.
And so we encourage everybody to visit aggienetwork.com, find the muster near you. It's not too late. If there's not a muster near you, host one. We will help you do that. We will give you a kit, basically, that is an event in the box. It tells you everything you need to know to host an Aggie Muster. It's got scripts, it's got poems, and it's got recordings of Aggie songs that you can play, and we will provide you a list of Aggies from that area, or maybe you just want to call the name of somebody that was important to you. Muster looks different anywhere you go. Every muster has its own character, its own local flavor, and that's great. We encourage that. The essential parts, though, are Aggies getting together, reminiscing, sharing Good Bull, and then the calling of the names and saying here. That's the essential part that happens everywhere. There's another local one as well. So Brazos County A&M Club does its own muster as well. The campus muster is for the campus community. So students who passed and the relatives of students and faculty who passed. Brazos County Muster is local residents who aren't necessarily working on campus or don't have kids in school, so that sort of thing. So that's at the Brazos County Expo. Those doors open at 6. bcamc.org to get all the details about the Brazos County AMC Muster.
Before we go, positions, there's jobs, you guys are hiring. You're like monsters.com back in the day. You got positions for days.
We do, and I want to highlight our student positions today.
Okay.
You know, Aggies are so amazing these days. They're better than we were back then.
Of course.
I mean, we couldn't compete. You just met one, right?
Does my job better than me, yes.
Yeah, exactly. And so we are blessed that we have the opportunity to work with students and to hire students. We couldn't do our jobs without students. And there are a bunch of positions, probably 15 or more positions for students currently open on our site. And it counts as, even though we're not officially part of the university, it counts as a student worker position. So you get the benefits of, for example, registering early for classes.
That's great.
And it's just an amazing place to work.
Yeah. Awesome stuff. Thank you both for coming in, Scott and Libby. Appreciate you very much.
Thanks for having us.